Ready for you.
All right. How you guys doing? All right? Good. All right. Listen, introduce myself. My name is John Scully. Call me the Iceman. Google it. You'll see.
Yeah, cool.
I was a professional boxer for a long time. And then I started training boxers. I trained fighters. Actually, this jacket, Better Biev.
Yeah.
If you look up Better Biev, he's actually the world light heavyweight champion right now.
Make sure somebody look that up after practice.
No, he's a monster. He's 15-0, all knockouts. Everybody fought, he knocked out. He's a beast, yeah. So I started boxing when I was 12 years old. Got about trying to keep busy, just trying to keep like you guys. This is what I was talking to the coach here. This is really an amazing thing what you guys do. I'm glad to see you guys here. You're on the right track. I know, especially being in inner city, Bridgeport, tough city. I know that. I'm sure, positive you guys have, been presented with opportunities to go off track, to stray away from programs like this. I stayed away from it, in part because of this book. I'm going to tell you about this book in a minute. But ever since I was a little kid, the best thing I ever did, and looking back on it now, I realized the best thing I ever did in my life, I kept busy all the time. I was in programs, and what you're doing here reminds me of a program I was in when I was about 13. But from being a young kid, I stayed I was in the stamp club. I was I played baseball every year. I played football every year on the team. I got involved. We had a thing in our neighborhood where we used to play. You probably don't know about it. These guys will know. There used to be a football game where it was electronic. It was a board, metal boards, and you had little players. And you would put them on. You remember that? And you can see it's on eBay.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We used to play that full season. Me and my friends would get together in the basement.
I had one.
We would play full season, 16 games. So we were busy. We kept statistics. I had my Lynn Swan wide receiver gain 2,000 yards. The first wide receiver. So we were busy.
Still got one?
Now, best thing ever happened to me. I'm going to talk about role model. You know what a role model is? You know what that is? A role model? Like these guys. You have role models. When I was 11 years old, I read this book, Muhammad Ali. This is Muhammad Ali's autobiography. You know who Muhammad Ali is, right? Muhammad Ali. This is him if you don't know. I read this book when I was 11 years old. Took out of it, there's a piece in here. He talks about how when he was a kid, he never did, and as he got older, but as a kid, he never did drugs. He never drank alcohol. He stayed away from all these things. I was 11 years old. I read it. That's why I kept it. It was so strong. I kept this book for this reason. When I was 11 years old, I read it. He said he never did drugs. He never did alcohol. So I looked at it like he's the greatest. He's Muhammad Ali. He's a legend. I wanted to be like him. So anybody that ever tried to get me to do anything like that, we're off path. I always thought of Muhammad Ali. Man, Muhammad Ali could stay away from those things. There must be a reason. If he could do it, I could do it. I'm 53 years old. Man, I believe me. These guys, man, I've never in my life, never tasted alcohol in my life. Never tasted beer, never tasted wine, never tasted anything. Never did a drug in my life. All because I read this book when I was 12 years old. So my point is, pay attention. Have role models. Have people that can do positive things. Anybody tries to get you to do the wrong things, there's a reason they're trying to get it. A lot of times people don't want to be the only one doing the wrong thing, so they need other people to do it with them to make them seem like it's okay. There's nothing wrong with saying no. I was lucky. I started boxing when I was 12. I had kids that once in a while would try to get me to do bad things, would try to take me off course, right? But I was lucky enough. I had other friends that say, no, he's the fighter, he's the boxer, he's training. You know what I mean? So you got to leave him alone. And so I was able, with some support from my friends, I was able to stay away from all those things. Just like you guys are doing things here, and somebody may try and get you to do something. Be up to him to say, hey, man, look, we're in the club, man. We're playing basketball. We got to get ready for the tournament. We got to stay away from the bad things. So I'm hopeful that you all will stick with this group, this club, and going forward, you can do other things, different organizations. in high school and keep yourself focused. I don't know if you know about, I don't know if everybody's interested in boxing, but you have a few boxing programs, right, in Bridgeport?
I know of two.
Ortiz boxing
I
is
put
one.
up I believe it's Ortiz and PAL that I know of, but we want to work on something like I was telling you about. So
Right. Well, you know, and it doesn't have to be boxing. It can be whatever.
Okay.
You have a question?
Well, I do boxing and basketball.
Oh, you've been to boxing? Well, would you go to a gym, a boxing gym?
No. But no, I think it's a program, but I don't.
Yeah.
Coach just says it's an underground boxing in Fairfield. I don't know if you heard of that. Yeah.
It's that's where my son went to.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you interested in boxing too?
I do boxing too.
Oh yeah.
Where in Ortiz or?
No, it's called the Underground.
Oh yeah, really? So it's
Where's that at?
It's on somewhere in North End.
Really?
Yeah.
So see, yeah.
And now, are they a real boxing gym?
Yeah.
So they have a ring?
No, it's just like we do boxing, weight training, and boxing.
Oh, okay. So more training.
Okay. We're gonna have
Two rings that I know of is Powell and Ortiz.
Right.
Yeah.
Ortiz is a good gym.
Yeah, I
Good
heard
guys.
some.
They're
Yeah.
very
I'm gonna
dedicated.
check them out, but we definitely, it's definitely room for another one.
Right.
So
But my point is this: whatever it is you do, it could be basketball, it could be mathematics, it could be science. You know, it doesn't have to be sports. Whatever you do, I started boxing when I was 12. I started boxing on my own. Me and my friends, we had boxing in the neighborhood. We used to box each other in the backyard, on the back porch, whatever it was. And then when I was 14, my father brought me to the gym, and I started boxing. And my first day in the gym, once I actually sparred with someone, I knew from that point on, boxing was going to be what I was going to do. I was focused on it. But so from that point, I focused on it. I trained properly. Every day I was in the gym. Even if I didn't have a fight coming up, I was always in the gym. I stayed away from the stuff I was telling you about. I ate right. I went to every show, every gym. I tried to get all the boxing I could. And that was 1982 when I started. And I'm still doing the same thing. That was my focus. That was my passion. So whatever it is you do, basketball, baseball, mathematics, whatever, photography, whatever it is you get into, I just hope you'll have the same type of desire that I have. And people like myself need to focus and keep all those negative things away. And you know what they are. I mean, you guys are sharp. So my main focus in life is keeping all the negative things away. And it's the most important thing is, for me, it's up to you guys to help each other. You know, you're a team. You know, none of you truly understand what a team means. Like, you guys are with each other. You're supposed to look out for him, and not just here in the park. If you see him in trouble at the store, you know, that's your teammate. You're supposed to step in and help him, guide him away. If you see him doing something wrong, as an older guy, you're supposed to say something to him. Even if someone's older than you, if you know they're heading down the wrong path. And I've done that I've had to do that many times. Friends of mine getting involved with things they shouldn't be involved with, and have had to step in and try and get them down the right path. So as your friends and your teammates, that's kind of your responsibility, whether you like it or not. That's your responsibility. That's what being on the team really is. So you have to really help each other and guide each other and learn things together. Like I said, a lot of people don't have role models. I don't know if you realize, but you have role models. I mean, these guys are here. This is really incredible. You know, and I never spoke to this man until yesterday.
We just talked to you yesterday, man.
I just found him yesterday. He found me.
Yeah.
But
like I said, I wanted to reach out to you. I didn't know if it was really you or not. You know what I'm saying?
But what, you know, it's incredible. You probably don't realize it now. I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you don't. But when you get older, and you're gonna be my age, you're gonna realize what these guys are doing right now. This minute is incredible, because there's so many people that are not willing to take their time. They're busy with their girlfriends, their wives, they're busy working, they're busy doing whatever it is they're doing. There's not a lot of people, unfortunately, that are going to take time on Saturday morning to come out to the park and hang out with you and teach you. They're teaching you without you even realizing it sometimes, but they're taking the time. They could be home, they could be sleeping, they could be watching, they could be at the movies, they could be in New York City hanging out with their friends, whatever it is. They're here with you. I hope you understand and appreciate the fact that they're doing this for you. You know, it would be like if you, every Saturday, a bunch of 4-year-old kids in your neighborhood.
Mm.
You got them all together and play games with them, right?
That's powerful.
That's what it would be like. It would be
Yeah.
like you, instead of you hanging with your friends, you're with a bunch of 4-year-old kids, hanging with them, teaching them things. That's what these guys are doing for you, and I truly hope you guys appreciate that and respect that. If you have any questions, feel free
Anybody
to
got
ask.
questions? Who's interested besides Kata in boxing? Or would like to?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we working on something. Like I said, we're gonna keep in contact. Just keep that, because like I was telling him, we want you to be exposed to more than basketball, because something down the line might get your interest even more. But it's all about, let them know about eating right, especially with boxers. But just like eating right and taking care of your body and
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
you could Google a guy by the name of Archie Moore. Archie Moore.
You got a couple minutes, Nate, or you gotta go? Oh, sorry.
Was that?
You gotta
Archie
go, or you got a
Moore
couple minutes?
Is a legend. Archie Moore
All right.
is one
After
of the
the guests, we're
greatest
gonna run.
boxers in history. Now, I'll give you an example of how great Archie Moore was. Now, you know who Floyd Mayweather is? Yeah. Right? You know Floyd. Floyd's great, right? Floyd Mayweather, in his career, has about 32 knockout wins. He won 50 fights. He scored about 32 knockouts, right? So 32 guys did not go the distance with him. They stopped the fight or he knocked them out. That's pretty good. That's a lot of guys, right?
Yes.
Muhammad Ali had 57 wins. He had 37 knockouts. That means 37 of his opponents got knocked out, right? You could take Willie Pep from Hartford, one of the greatest fighters of all time. He had 229 wins. He had 10 times more wins than Floyd Mayweather did. He knocked out 65 guys, right? Archie Moore, the guy I'm telling you about, he was my friend. Archie Moore had 141 knockouts. Forget about winning. He knocked out 141 people in his career. He boxed for over 30 years. They call him the Mongoose, the legend, Archie Moore. Archie Moore was a guy I used to write to, and I ended up meeting him later, but I used to write to him. And think about it, he's one of the greatest fighters of all time, maybe top 10 in history. You got Muhammad Ali, you got Joe Louis, you got Sugar Ray Robinson,
Right.
and you got Archie Moore. I think it was 143 knockouts. This man, when I was a kid, 15 years old, he used to write to me. I still have 48 letters, handwritten letters that he wrote to me. It took the time out of his life to write to me. He said something to me that I was 15 years old. He said something to me that I remember exactly what he said until this day, and I'm gonna tell you what he said. He said, treat your body as a champion should, for it is the one you will have until death calls you home. Understand what that means? That means you only have one body. You can't get another body. Anything you put in your body to damage it, you're not going to be able to fix that. You're not going to be able to change that. You have to feed your body with proper. You got to have fruits. You got to have vegetables. Not so much fat. Like when I eat steaks, I cut the fat off. And I throw it away. You know, it's bad.
Yesterday I had a taco. Is that considered like healthy or not?
Well,
Yeah, let them
tacos
know.
aren't exactly healthy. No, I mean, you know what? You don't have to eat perfect all the time, right? You could have a taco, you could have things, but things like fruits and vegetables, you might not like fruits and vegetables as much, but when you get older, you're gonna realize they're actually good. Like when I was a kid, I was the same probably. I didn't like fruit, I didn't like vegetables. So now that I'm older, I realize how good they are. I eat them all the time. I eat them every day. But the thing is, you have to feed your body, because you're gonna get older. You see a lot of people when they get to be 70, when they get to be 75, 80, they all have problems. They all have to take pills. They all have to take medication. They all have to go to the doctor every week to take care of things. These are things that could have been prevented when they were younger. If they would have eaten better, if they would have had more fruit, had more vegetables, if they would have exercised more, they would have done all these things, and they could have avoided these problems when they're older. So I know you're young. You feel good, and the fact is, right now you could eat the worst food in the world, the worst, greasiest, fattest food, sugar. You could eat all that, and your body will fight it. When you get older, it doesn't happen like that. When you get older, it puts weight on it. It adds weight. It puts pressure on your heart. It causes your arteries to clog up. All these things. You're wise and smart. You get into a habit of eating every day at least a little bit, an apple a day. You ever heard that? I tell you, it's a funny thing. You ever heard? That's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird conversation, but I guess everybody needs to know.
Yeah. They
Right?
need to know.
Yeah, when I was a kid, there was an expression: an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I don't know if you ever heard that, but that was the thing when I was a kid. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. I didn't know what that meant. I thought they were just trying to say, eat good. You gotta eat good, right? When I found out, not that long ago actually, apples have fiber in them. Fiber is something that you need in certain foods, certain breads have it, but apples definitely have it. You eat fiber, it helps you go to the bathroom better, right? Now, some people, it's crazy. Believe it or not, you're supposed to go to the bathroom. Number two, you're supposed to go to the bathroom like 3 times a day. Most people don't go maybe once, right? If you only go once, that's a problem. You're supposed to eat so much fiber and so much good food that it goes through you and cleans out your system. If you're not going to the bathroom on a regular basis like that, that means all that stuff is staying in your body, it's staying in your colon. It's creating germs and different things that can cause you problems. So definitely need to drink or eat apple juice or eat apple every day as often as you can. But when you get older, you can eliminate a lot of problems now by just like training for a basketball game. You can't not practice. You can't not come to this place every Saturday or whenever it is you work out and then expect to go to the game and win. You have to prepare. Just like for getting older age, you have to prepare for that by eating good when you're younger, so when you get to be 50 years old, 60 years old, 70 years old, you don't have all these problems. Do we have any more questions? Something? Yes.
So, what boxers do you train?
Did I train? Well, I don't know if have you ever heard of Chad Dawson? He's actually from New
He's
Haven.
local, yeah.
He was light heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah.
I trained him when he beat Bernard Hopkins on HBO, which was one of the biggest wins of anybody from Connecticut has ever had. Bernard Hopkins is going to go be in the Hall of Fame, and Chad beat Bernard Hopkins in 2012, and I trained him. I sparred a little. I actually been in the ring with quite a few. If you ever heard of Roy Jones, Roy Jones is
Get his ass whooped next week. Shoot him
Yeah.
next week.
Right.
well, no, he's not fighting Tyson till they
November.
changed it.
They changed it?
They pushed it
November.
back.
November?
No, I think they changed it because
From November 12th now? Hold on, now I'm lost.
they well, I think
Money involved in this, right?
November was the original date, right?
No, September 20th.
Okay. Oh, then maybe that's what it is. But
I assume November.
Oh.
yeah, I'm hoping that that's just like
Oh, it is a charity fight. They say only 7 rounds. They can't knock nobody out, but Michael Sting's different.
yeah, but I mean, like I say, you don't know if they're gonna go in and just kind of fool around. You don't know if they're gonna go in. I don't know if Mike's built like that.
Nah.
I don't know.
Nah.
Yeah, so
Nah.
we
I don't see that.
But hey, but listen, Roy Jones.
Well, right.
When I boxed with him,
Yeah, how was that?
he was one of the best. I think, me personally, I think he was at his best. I think he was the best fighter of all time. The best fighter in the history of the world. Better than Floyd Mayweather's great.
I know.
Roy Jones way better.
I know you sparred with did you spar with James Toney as well?
Yeah,
I see.
Tony,
You're Roy Jones 8.
yeah. We came up. We were in amateurs together. And,
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Actually, if you go to YouTube, there's a video of him and I sparring on YouTube.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
All right,
and
we'll check that
if you
out.
Pay attention. If you heard of Sugar Ray Leonard, it was in
Oh, yeah.
Sugar Ray Leonard's gym. So if you pay
Oh,
attention
wow.
and watch to the end of the sparring, like the ring is there, and the camera at the end of the sparring, the camera pans over there, and you can see Sugar Ray Leonard sitting there watching.
Wow. You got a question right there.
Yes.
Oh, he's the most famous person you've met.
Mm.
Like, you met him.
Oh, you actually met him?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Wow.
Let me see if I can. I'm actually. It's kind of a crazy thing. Small world. I'm
Yeah, I see how
good
bi-
friends with his daughter.
Yeah, I see how much he meant to you. Like I can see your
I'm good friends with
Facebook.
his daughter and his
Wow.
grandson Nico is getting ready to turn pro. And every
I heard
time I
about
go to
him.
Las Vegas, I spar with his grandson Nico.
Oh wow.
Really good people.
See that?
Great people. I'm gonna see if I can show you a picture. Actually, I met him 4 times. I'm gonna see. I have a picture. Actually, it's a crazy thing. First time I met him was 1983. I was 15. A guy who was there sent me a picture of me and Muhammad Ali like a month ago that I never saw. I never knew the picture existed. I'm gonna show you right here. Let me see.
That's big.
I've been lucky. I've met a lot of people you would know. You must remember back in the day, Beach Street. Remember Crazy Legs?
Yes.
I met
You met him?
Crazy Legs up here.
Oh yeah? Wow. Did you know Emmanuel Lewis? That's his name, right? The famous trainer? No, I'm sorry. Emmanuel Stewart. I'm sorry.
Emmanuel Lewis too.
Both of them? Okay. What about Stewart?
Good friends with Emmanuel Stewart because he trained Chad before I did.
Okay.
He passed away a few years ago. Let me see. I have on my Facebook. I have my Muhammad Ali album. I'm gonna show you a picture.
Yeah, I like that.
It's crazy. I never saw this picture until just a few weeks ago. First time since I was a little kid.
Nas, you all right?
Muhammad Ali. When I met Muhammad Ali.
Yes. How was it?
A lot of famous, and I'm not gonna say a lot, but you might run into a famous person, and this is why I love Muhammad Ali so much. I'll tell you something that he did. When you meet some famous people, they might not want to talk. They might
I'm not sure. We just beat up on Big Blue like that.
Muhammad Ali, when I met Muhammad Ali, I walked in the room where he was.
Yes.
And he saw me. He was slow at the time.
Yes. What year was this?
1990.
Okay.
And he got up and he looked sad almost. And he was eating dinner. And he was walking around the table. And I thought, oh man, I'm bothering him. I'm making him leave. And he came around the table and he must have known I was a boxer. He put his hands up and he started shadow boxing with me. And we shadow boxed for like a whole round. And I have pictures of it. But let me see it. Let me show you. I have like almost 2,000 pictures of Muhammad Ali on my Facebook.
Yeah, right, Des?
But I'm gonna show you me and him. Let me see. I gotta get to the very bottom. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. Watch. Let's get to it.
I wish I met Muhammad.
Yeah.
What year did he pass away?
2016.
Yep. Yeah, it was recent. Yeah.
2016. And I tell you a funny thing.
You didn't remember?
I remember.
Don't worry, man. Everything happened for a reason. He knows his daughter.
Where I was.
So you never know. We might be able to.
Exactly where I was when he
Where
was driving.
Where were you?
Driving in the car, going to Montreal, Canada, and it came over the radio. And I had, look,
wow.
This is me when I was 15.
Yeah. Everybody come to the phone. You see Coach LD. He even want to see it.
6'3". Yeah, I'll show everybody get to see it. So that's me.
Yeah. That's not that cool. Yeah. Yo, L crazy.
My friend Joe. Me and Joe used to box together. He was 6'3". 6'3", yeah. So that's me. That's Muhammad Ali. That's just some.
Everybody seen it? What's going on? What happened, L?
You
see that?
Look kind of like when Ali was young.
He say he interested.
Look at that's me in the middle, and that's Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
In the white t-shirt.
Right.
You see him? How he look, man? You can see him, Coach?
Back in the day. But I have actually I gotta show you.
Creed.
Actually,
Oh, wow.
it was a funny thing in that movie. Creed,
Yeah. Are you familiar with Tarver?
Oh,
Met him a few times?
Yeah,
Okay.
right, it's a friend of mine. But in the movie, if you watch Creed, you did, okay.
I haven't seen.
On the wall in the gym, one of my posters for one of my fights was up on the wall.
Hey, we still paying attention. We're almost done.
Let me show you. I gotta show you this picture. Gotta see this picture. Okay, watch this. Okay,
Let's see this
You know
picture.
what Mike Tyson is?
Ah,
Right, this is me and Mike Tyson.
wow.
That's what Mike
Oh, you got another question too. We still got plenty of time. We still got like a.
See, it's
Wait till you ask him. Huh?
Nobody's gonna win. We got an hour. I'm gonna show you me and Muhammad
Exactly.
Ali, shadow box.
We about to. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, right.
They don't really have
Where?
a winner.
No,
You
in
know what I
Ohio.
mean? Like
That's
it's,
it.
okay,
Oh yeah, I forgot you lived out of state. Yeah, he did live in Ohio.
That's me and Muhammad Ali Shadow Box.
He said, tell him that. He said he messed. Tell him.
Buster Douglas.
In Ohio.
Yeah, Columbus, Ohio.
Oh yeah, he used to live in Ohio. He said. Yeah. Besides him, Starlin, him.
Chad Dawson, world champion. Yeah, there's some good fighters. Are you from Columbus?
No, I was born here and then moved to Columbus.
So you live? No, because I used to go to Columbus all the time. I have a lot of friends.
Ohio,
Actually,
there's a lot of Ohio
biggest-
box.
The biggest win of my career,
Yeah,
I beat
I've
a
read
guy
it.
from Columbus, Darren Allen.
I've seen that.
Wait, you
Yeah.
beat
Seen that.
somebody?
Darren Allen.
Yeah, let them know your record. It was about.
A lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah, your record was.
Yeah, I was 57 and 13 as an
Wow.
amateur, and 38 and 11 as a pro. Look,
38 and 11.
Muhammad
Yeah,
Ali.
Big shadow boxing?
he knocked out a lot of people.
I'm good. Now, see, he's too big. They're weight cut.
Can you cause I'm a sports connoisseur. Before you go, what's the WBO, IBF? How does that work? Cause I see that you were like mainly WBO.
Well, no,
Not-
well, what is
How does-
this? Like,
Yeah, what is
you have
that?
the four, they're called sanctioning bodies.
Okay,
And they're the organizations that sanction a fight. So
Okay.
if you fight for the world title, you have to pay them a sanction fee for the fight.
Oh, really?
For the belt.
Wow.
I mean, otherwise, if you don't pay them, then you don't get a belt.
Oh, wow.
So it used to be just the
DT.
WBA and the WBC.
DT, take a seat.
And these other groups came out. They're like, man, we could start our own group, make a lot of money. Because see, when De La Hoya fought, for example, the amount of money you have to pay depends on how much money you make. So if he's making 10 million, then he's got to pay a huge. So the WBC would get like $200,000 every time he fought, and that's so every champion has to pay them. So it's confusing, but.
Yeah, I was just curious. Anybody got any other questions? No.
I won it as an amateur. I won like 12 title championships, Golden Gloves, things
Right.
like that, and National Police Athletic League. As a pro, I won 2 titles. I was a winning champion, and then I was an Intercontinental champion. I fought for the world title in Germany. I lost to the champion in Germany.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions, Jace or Takai?
Come on, you must want to know something. Different. It was not, I liked it. One thing that was different was they closed early, like in towns. Like if it was a town like this, everything would close at 6 o'clock. Well, no, you could go out, but there'd be nothing open except maybe like a bar where you could go play pool or something. But stores, things like that, they all close at 6. Believe it or not, no. But,
Wow.
but
Wow.
I've been hit with. I've been hurt before. I've been
Oh, yeah.
hit with good shots. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gonna box, one thing you're gonna have to learn is how to deal with it. I've been cut. I have. You might not be able to see them clearly, but I have a lot of scars on my face. I have like 7 scars. I have the biggest one is right here.
You can see it.
And that's from professional, not amateur.
Right.
Yeah, the body. See, the head, you can recover. Like even if you're hurt, you can cover up, you can move. But with a body shot, it's pretty bad. You get hit with the wrong body shot. Yeah, the body shots are hard. They make you feel sick.
Like when they
Huh.
do with a hook,
Yeah.
and then they be sneaky, just
Yeah, right. You got the body. See, people. It's kind of like life in a way. Like in boxing, everybody wants to hit the guys in the head because it looks flashy. Everybody be like, oh, it's like in basketball. Everybody wants to dunk, right? Everybody wants to dunk. Everybody goes crazy over the dunk. But a set shot is the same amount of points. You're trying to win. So if you can make an easy shot that's not flashy, that's like a lot of guys, they'll go so hard to get the dunk and they mess up the dunk when they could have just done an easy layup and won the game. It's not always the flashy things that are important. In boxing, everybody wants to hit in the head because it looks good. Everybody goes, ooh, ooh, ooh. But you hit somebody with a good shot in the body, then the audience won't even notice. But the guy's going to be hurt, and that's going to help you win even more sometimes than a good headshot would be.
Okay.
So how do they count the points for like a boxing match?
That's a good
in
question.
Amateurs, see, in professional, it's a little different. The scoring's different. Like in this pro, the object is to cause damage, like to hurt someone. So you want to hit them. They want to see the guy wobble a little bit or get cut. They want to see his head snap back. In the amateurs, it's more like just tag. Like if you hit me 20 times and I hit you 10, you win. You know, even if if you hit me, boom, and your head snaps back, and then I just touch you in the face with a jab, we're even. They don't give you more credit for the big shot. So in amateur boxing, it's more like you have to rely on your speed, your skills, and your defense. Where in the pro, if you hit me 3 times real soft, and then I hit you 2 times real hard, my 2 hard shots are going to be worth more than your 3 soft shots.
Gotcha.
So it's different mentality.
So you think like the most powerful punch, like a hook or a jab?
Depends on who it is. You know, some
Right.
guys, like there was a guy, Julian Jackson,
Oh, I heard of him.
Virgin Islands. Now he would knock people out, left hook, uppercut, right? It didn't matter. Like, and they would go out. Like he wouldn't just hurt them. Like they would be out sometimes before they even hit the ground. He would hit them, and they would instantly go to sleep. And so by the time they hit the ground, they were already out. But the best punch, the most important punch, see, and it's kind of like I'm saying about life and different things. In boxing, you know, everybody wants to land the big right hand, big left hook, right? That's flashy. Right. The most important punch by far is the jab. Just a simple pop, pop.
I knew it.
Just, you knew that. Well, there you go. You're ahead of the game then. Yes.
When you were a rookie, were you good?
I was pretty good.
Yeah.
When I first, you know, and I would
Make
tell
sure
you
you
a
look
funny
'em
thing.
up.
I'll tell you a true story. I'm not trying to make myself look like, but I'll tell you what. When I used to read about Muhammad Ali, right? And Muhammad Ali had a style where he would get on his toes and he would move, right? He would bounce like this. So I used to do that because he did it. You know, when I'd be at my house. So my first day in the gym ever, they put me in the ring, and I'll never forget, the guy's name was Mark Sear. He was 17 years old, and I was 14. And so I didn't know what to do, so I imitated Muhammad Ali. I got on my toes, and he couldn't hit me. You know, I didn't hit him a lot, but he didn't hit me at all. So afterwards, he said, he thought I had fights, you know, because I used that style. And he said, man, how many fights you got? No, he said, how long you been boxing? I said, man, like 20 minutes. Like I just got here, you know. So me imitating Muhammad Ali actually made me look better than I actually was at that time.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
Yep.
So what's the sweet spot?
See, every human being is different. Like, some guys, like they'll have like you know, the scouting report is, right? Now you get a scouting report on certain guys. They say, okay, if you hit him high on the head, you know, this particular guy, if you hit him high, he gets hurt. If you hit him here, nothing happens. Other guys hit him in the chin, and they say, you know, like glass jaw. The guy has a glass jaw. That means he hit his chin and break it. So there's no formula. Every human, like literally, all of you here, your internal makeup, your ability to take punches, your ability to do different things is different on every single person. So there's no way to say what an actual weak spot would be.
Did you ever like get concerned about CT?
You know, I didn't, because you can't. Like if you're in something, if you're going to be worried about the consequences, then it's going to hold you back, right? So if you're in, you got to be all in. You got to go all the way in. You know what I mean? But I've seen it. That's why I've never turned anyone professional from amateur. I'm bigger. I'm more on the amateur boxing. It's much safer. You wear the headgear. It's more designed for skill and speed and points than hurting people. Because I've seen a lot of friends of mine that are older now, and they have problems with you know, speech, memory, and things like that. You know, pro boxing is not for everybody. Amateur boxing, I mean, they have girls that box. And in our gym in Hartford, we have almost as many girls as we do boys boxing. You know? Yeah.
What was your best overall challenge?
You know, I mean, it hurt. Like boxing is different than like a team sport, because it's just you can't. In basketball, guys, you should have dunked it. But with boxing, boxing, the shoots, you have to accept the wins, you have to accept the losses, pretty much as you go. So it was rough, but I always thought, one, you know, that everybody's lost. You know, as amateurs, we lost. Frazier, Sugar Leonard, everybody lost. So it's how you overcome it. You know, losing, and if you lose and it breaks you, then it wasn't meant for you. You know what I mean? Like, you have to survive, to succeed in life, in anything, in business, and whatever you should, in college, in school. You have to be able to accept losing, right? You're not, you know, very rarely, you're not going to go undefeated. You know what I mean? Like Floyd Mayweather, 50-0, right? If he kept fighting, he would have lost. A lot of people, they don't realize that with Floyd, they say, oh, he's 50-0. Well, there was guys that were 70-0. They won way more fights than Floyd, but they kept fighting, and they eventually lost. If you keep fighting, sometimes you're going to lose. That's okay. It's how you respond.
Yeah.
And I tend to think Floyd, if he was to lose, I think he would come back strong. You know, Muhammad Ali. One thing, and it's another thing. One thing I love about Muhammad Ali, he lost to Ken Norton in 1973. Got his jaw broke. Had his jaw wired shut. Right. Bad loss. Messed up. You know, did a lot of damage to his career. He gets better. He fixes his jaw. Guess who he fought in the next fight? Who he fight? Ken Norton. A lot of guys would never do that. That tells a lot about Muhammad Ali. He got his jaw broke by this guy who really at the time wasn't considered a top guy. Nobody expected Ken Norton to beat Ali, and they certainly didn't expect to break his jaw. Muhammad Ali did what champions do. He went right back and fought Ken Norton and beat him. You know, like 7 months later or whatever it was.
All right.
And you see that a lot. Floyd Mayweather, to his credit. This is why I respect Floyd, not because he's undefeated and all those things, but he had a very tough fight with a guy named Jose Luis Castillo. A lot of people thought Castillo beat him the first time. Floyd went, fought him again 6 months later, beat him convincingly. Like he left no doubt. Now that's a real champion. That's a real guy. You know, a lot of people, unfortunately, they would have a tough fight with someone, and they would say, "Oh, I already beat him. It's over. I don't need to fight him again." That tells you they know it's a tough fight. They know there's a chance. Floyd Mayweather came right back, beat Castillo 6 months later. There was no doubt. That's the kind of guy I am.
Any last questions before we wrap up?
Anything.
Anything. Yeah, this is probably about the most questions we had, so that's good. Yeah. All right. Just need you in the middle of the court. Let's get some pictures with Mr. John. Then get this work in. Make sure Mr. John has a ball. Make sure Nate, can you jump in this picture with us, yo? Since you're part of the family, I don't know. I know you train with him, but we definitely putting something powerful with freshmen. So hopefully Eli and May, I said, we putting something powerful. Just hop in this joint. Yo. Who is that? Line up in the back, Nate. Nah, keep the ball. Hey, how you doing?
I just want to say hi real quick. I know you're busy.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that reached out to you on Facebook a couple weeks ago. I'm Josh.
We did the Bible camp, right?
Yeah.
That was us. Okay, let me get this picture. I'll be right with you. Come on, let's go, yo. So we get this scrimmage going.
Oh, scrimmage?
Yeah, I bet you I'll take pictures now. Make sure. Never mind, he got the book in his hand. Come on. Hold on. Make sure we